Zelensky and Trump approach Davos. Two people are making a huge impact at the World Economic Forum. And one of them isn't even there. One of them is Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who held a full-court press conference with business and global leaders at the forum in Davos, Switzerland. The other is Donald Trump, whose re-election potential dominated the discussion among participants. Zelensky used profanity to describe Trump's drive to contain Vladimir Putin. In a Q&A with reporters moderated by Andrew, Zelensky rejected the idea that Trump could prevent the Russian president from pursuing other parts of Europe. It won't stop. But real question is what the United States and Trump will do from this point on. Because in this case, because we lose Ukraine, it will mean that Europe loses most useful and powerful army in Europe. Putin added. Zelensky initially sought to allay concerns about Trump and whether his potential re-election would lead to a decline in support for Ukraine. But he also seemed a little afraid of the possibility. One man cannot change whole nation, Zelensky said in Q&A, adding that deciding on next president is a choice of American nation and only American nation. The Ukrainian leader acknowledged that a win by Trump, who opposes U.S. aid to Ukraine, could affect his country's military campaign or settlement talks. He said radical voices coming from the Republican Party were creating tension and pain for the Ukrainian people. Zelensky isn't the only leader worried about Trump in Davos. Multiple respondents told DealBook that election outcome was a potential risk to business, especially after the former president outperformed his Republican rivals in Iowa caucuses. The Ukrainian leader sought to increase global business support. He spoke at a special executive meeting held by JPMorgan Chase, which is advising Ukraine on its reconstruction efforts. Among audience for the speech at Convention Center were Blackstone's Steve Schwarzman, Bridgewater's Ray Dalio, Carlyle's David Rubenstein and Dell's Michael Dell. DealBook has heard. Zelensky also talked about how U.S.-China tensions affect Ukraine. Given China's size and influence over Russia, he told CEOs it was important to involve Beijing in the process of rebuilding country. But Ukraine is seen as an American concern, not a global one. It was seen and heard around the city. Traffic on Main Street was so bad that President Biden's climate envoy John Kerry called a meeting about it. The annual wine tasting hosted by financier and former Trump official Anthony Scaramucci also ran out of wine. Interest rate cut concerns are shaking the markets. European stocks and bonds fell this morning after European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde warned interest rates might not fall until the summer, and inflation rose unexpectedly in Britain. U.S. futures are also falling after Fed Governor Christopher Waller signaled yesterday that it was too early to consider a rate cut in the